Good morning. I am just about ready to go to school today, but I thought while I was still at home, I'd show you some things that I have at my house that maybe you could do at your house today while you're waiting to come back to school. I have a book. It's called Who Sank the Boat by Pamela Allen. If you look at the front cover, you see some people in the boat. Looks like the water's coming up a little bit. Is it sinking yet or is it floating? It's still floating. So I don't think they sank the boat. They're pretty big though. Let's see who sank the boat. Oh, there's where the story takes place. I see the boat at the end of the dock. I don't see any people yet. Do you? Okay, let's find out what's going to happen. Beside the sea, on Mr. Pfeffer's place, there lived a cow, a donkey, a sheep, a pig, and a tiny little mouse. Oops. They were good friends, and one warm, sunny morning, for no particular reason, they decided to go for a row in the bay. Do you know who sank the boat? Do you have a guess yet? Oh, do you know what I see on this next page? I see that there's some rhyming words, so listen. See if you can hear any of the rhyming words. When the cow, or was it the cow, who almost fell in when she tilted the boat and made such a din? It looks like it's gonna sink. Do you think it's going to sink? She's making a din. She's making a big noise when she gets into the boat. Maybe she's going, oh my, oh my. Is that what cows sound like? I think so. No, it wasn't the cow who almost fell in. Do you know who sank the boat? It looks like it was close. Was it the donkey who balanced her weight, who yelled, I'll get in at the bow before it's too late? Do you think she's going to sink the boat? She's stepping at the very front of the boat. She's stepping at the bow of the boat. Look at her eyes. She's like, ooh, I don't know if this is going to work. No, it wasn't the donkey who balanced her weight. Do you know who sank the boat? I think some of you are noticing right now. That's the same picture that was on the front cover. And we noticed that they didn't sink. The book says it's because they were balanced. They look like they weigh about the same amount. They're about the same size too. Was it the pig as fat as butter who stepped in at the side and caused a great flutter? Oh no, look at how close the edge of the boat is to the water. And she's clinging to the dock. Let's see what happens here. Nope. It wasn't the pig as fat as butter. Do you know who sank the boat? Oh my, did you hear my cat? She says she doesn't know. It looks like the pig went right in the middle, so it's still balanced. Was it the sheep who knew where to sit to level the boat so that she could knit? Oh, she brought her knitting. You see her ball of yarn and her knitting needles? She's gonna knit while she's in the boat. I hope she doesn't tip it over. Her yarn will get wet. No. It wasn't the sheep who knew where to sit. Do you know who sank the boat? Look at how close it is to the water's edge. Was it the little mouse, the last to get in, who was the lightest of all? Could it have been him? What do you think? He's jumping in the boat. You do know who sank the boat. How did that little mouse sink the boat? So little. Look at how wet they all are going back to the house. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, there's the boat. This picture is different than the first picture because we can't see the whole boat anymore. It's starting to sink. I was thinking of some things that you could do while you're at home today that are similar to things that we like to do in the green room. I wonder if maybe it's bath day. Maybe you could take some things into the bathtub that will sink to the bottom or float at the top. Now, anytime you put anything in the water, you have to ask a grown-up first, because some things will be ruined if you put them in the water. But maybe you could do some experiments with sinking and floating today. I have some other ideas. I was thinking if I needed water, I would have to get something to drink out of, right? Like a cup. I have some big cups we've collected. This is a baseball cup. I'm gonna put this cup here. You can see the very top or bottom? It's the bottom of the cup, but it's upside down. I'm gonna put this one right next to it because they're about the same size. Do you remember in the boat, the animals were about the same size and they were balanced? When you're building, it's also a good idea to start with a base that's about the same size. Ooh, let me put this one in the middle. Ooh, I didn't notice. I thought they were the same size, but that one's just a little bit taller, isn't it? Well, let's see what I can do here. Maybe I'll go like this. And I know this is the same cup. Maybe I should put these on the bottom, you think? Okay, I'm gonna put these on the bottom. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna put them upside down so and I'm gonna put these this way. And now I'm gonna try some in the middle. Do you think it'll work? Is it gonna tip over? What if I put this one here? Oh, I did it. Do you think I can put this one here? Oh, I have to be so careful. Is it gonna fall over? It fell over. Do you remember when we built with cards the other day? We had to go, or just laugh. That was my fake laugh. Did you like my fake laugh? Sometimes you just have to try again. So I'm gonna try again in a minute, but I have some other ideas. So maybe you'll take your cups and build with them. Maybe you'll take some cups to the bathtub or the sink and play in the sink with the cups. I know you'd like to practice pouring sometimes. I wonder what else we could do with some water. I am going to, do you have one of these at your house? This is what I use to make muffins. Sometimes at school we use ice cube trays, but I don't think I have any ice cube trays at my house, but I wanted something that had different compartments, different spaces. And I am going to pour some water into the different spaces. Oh, I spilled a little bit, but I have a towel, so it's okay. And there are different things you can add to your water. I'd like you to be a scientist today. And it depends on what you have at your house. I have things at my house that can change the color of the water. I have some food coloring. I have some blue and some yellow. I wonder what that would make. Do you know? Green, our color. You can make some green water. Or I have these from when my children were kind of small. I wonder if you have these. They're little tablets that you put in your bath to make the color the color of the bath water different. This would change my water. I'm going to put one of those in. Oh, it's starting to turn blue. There are some other things you can do when you have water to make it a little bit different. This is something I have in my kitchen. This is called cornstarch. Have we done cornstarch and water in the green room? I think we have. Do an experiment. Find out when you add some spoonfuls of cornstarch to your water, what happens? Do you want to see what the cornstarch looks like? You see inside? It does something cool to the water. You might want to make sure that you have some clothes on that you can clean off real quickly if you do that. But it will get clean really quickly. You just might get some dust on your clothes. Oh, this is in my kitchen too. Do you know what this is? Oil. Oil does really cool things when it touches water because it doesn't mix up very well. Find out what happens if you put a little bit of oil with your water. A grown-up, of course, can help you with all of these things. And one more thing. I'm going to do one more thing with water. And I think I am going to put some water in my big cup. because I need some deep water today. Ooh. And the last thing I am going to add to my water is dish soap. Do you know what happens when you add dish soap to water? I'm going to mix it up. I have this kind of mixer. You could use a spoon too, but you'll see in a minute what I'm going to do with this. I wonder if, oh, let me see. I'm doing more experiments to see if I can make some bubbles. Not with this. Let's see. This is another thing I found in my kitchen that has holes in it. You need to find something in your kitchen that has holes in it. It worked! You can mix soap and water, and you can make some bubbles. Pretty cool, huh? This is a weird thing. This used to go in my dishwasher, but I don't use this part. Or maybe it's from my old dishwasher. I don't know why I still have it in my house, but I'm gonna put it in here because it has holes. I made more bubbles. I might have something like this at home. This is what I get my noodles out with. Let's see if I can make, oh, check it out. Do you see the little bubble on the side of my cup? Let's see if I can make some bubbles here. Cool. So go ahead and be a scientist today. Maybe you'll discover how to best balance cups. Maybe you'll discover what happens when you mix different things with water. Maybe you'll discover how best to make bubbles. But I want you to remember two things. Make sure you ask a grown-up before you do any of these experiments. And number two, make sure you help clean up, because when you help clean up, your grown-up will let you do it again next time with a smile on their face. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.